Good afternoon and welcome to the Citizen FM News at noon. I am Lawrence Omoite. Vice President Kashim Shettima on Thursday visited Kaduna State Teaching Hospital to extend his condolences and support to the victims and families affected by the recent bomb strikes in Kaduna State. The VP toured the hospital wards, meeting with injured victims and their loved ones. He offered words of comfort and assured them of government's continued support.
The president was deeply touched by what happened. I would like to assure the government and people of Kaduna State that the government will take all measures to protect, preserve, and promote the interests of our people. The victims will be taken care of under the canopy of the Polaco initiative. We will commence work by next month, and that community will be the first community to be rebuilt in the northwest sub-region.
Also, Governor of Kaduna State, Senator Obasanjo, has expressed satisfaction by the announcement of the federal government to investigate the bombing incidents in the state.
But I'm very happy with the government, federal government response to my call for immediate probe and investigation into the incident. Today, Mr. President have responded positively by insisting that there will be investigation, and they will make sure that it's done as soon as possible, and the result of the investigation will be made public.
Minister of Federal Capital Territory has waved off a protest calling for his resignation, insisting that it was sponsored, even though he agreed demonstrations are welcomed in a democratic setting. Wike, who is a former River State governor, assumed office as the FCT minister months after President Bola Tinubu's emergence as president. But earlier in the week, some placard-bearing demonstrators gathered at the National Assembly, demanding his resignation. Despite the moves, Wike remained defiant, maintaining he is not bothered by such protests.
2010, the federal government awarded the contract of the vice president residence. The federal government awarded, not Tinubu's government, in 2010. And this contract was awarded at the cost of 7 billion naira to Julius Berger. Now check 2010 and 2023, 13 good years, this project was abandoned. Now, a reasonable government comes to Senegal. Do we, having spent some money in this project, do we abandon it? Wasting taxpayers' money? We have taken steps to say we must complete.
Former Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Minister of Finance, Odlu Falaye, has shed light on the misconceptions surrounding the concept of restructuring, emphasizing that its opponents lack a comprehensive understanding. According to Falaye, restructuring entails a vital redistribution of powers, responsibilities, and resources among the diverse echelon of government and communities in Nigeria.
Restructuring means we want to go back to that which worked for us constitutionally. Simply put, that is it. Nobody can say he doesn't want to go back to a better past that served us well, an arrangement that served us well. Restructuring means rearrange, redistribute powers and responsibilities and resources among the various levels of government and communities in Nigeria such that most people will be happy, they will have employment, they'll be safe in their country, they will have employment. So that's what it is. Let's go back to that which we lost, that used to be good for Nigeria. So I don't think anybody will oppose that, those explained. But formally, what I'm saying is, and that was amply debated and discussed and agreed upon at the 2014 confirmed.
The federal government has been called upon to remove the Tertiary Education Trust Fund's budget from the country's annual budget to allow for effective implementation. The president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, made the call at the TEDFund Alliance for Innovative Research. Osodeke, who decried the continuous patronage of foreign goods and services by Nigerians, even when they can be sourced locally, also called on Nigerians to deal with inferiority complex, which allows them to depend on services abroad, stressing that every country that wants to develop must use its ideas and its people, which are in tertiary institutions.
We are currently in a knowledge economy, and it is the countries in the world that take advantage of that human resource, the capacity of the men and women in their country to innovate, to create, to solve problems, develop new products and services, and to use that not just to increase wealth for their countries, create employment, but also improve the standard of living of their people that are advancing in the world today.
In his remarks, the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Simon Lalong, noted that the scheme serves as a platform for researchers and innovators to showcase their groundbreaking ideas so as to transform them into tangible solutions. Lalong also expressed confidence that the valuable experiences gained through the TED Fair will empower Nigerian scholars to contribute significantly to their fields at home and internationally.
Creation remains a fundamental mandate of the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment and a top priority under the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. We steadfastly support initiatives that foster innovation, stimulate economic growth, and generate employment opportunities.
While calling on TEDFund to scale up copyright ownership protection to prevent the loss of copyright ownership of products and services by innovators, the Minister of State for Education, Yusuf Tanko Sununu, called for collaboration between the academia and other stakeholders to ensure marketability of the product. The All Progressives Congress has called on the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Dino Melaye, and his Social Democratic Party counterpart, Yakubu Ajaka, in the November 11 Kogi governorship election to exercise restraint in their utterances and action to avoid setting the state ablaze. Addressing a press conference at the APC National Secretariat in Abuja, the party's National Publicity Secretary, Felix Moka, cautioned the duo for their outburst on some media platforms, urging them to stop blackmailing the APC and the Independent National Electoral Commission by making statements capable of inciting violence in the state.
We reject any responsibility for the suggestions that the PDP and the SDP have made and continue to make regarding the conduct of elections in Kogi State. The election that happened in Kogi is not the end of the world. There will be other elections in the future. But we cannot, as a people, deny ourselves the opportunity to continue to explore and build on our democracy. Yes, it cannot be flawless, and it is not flawless. And it's not flawless anywhere in the world. But we cannot abolish our democracy or abolish our democratic institutions because someone or a party is unhappy with the outcome.
And on the foreign scene, Sierra Leonean police have summoned former President Ernest Bali Koroma for questioning over the failed coup attempt last month. Information Minister Cherno Ba on Thursday said the former leader was invited to report to the police headquarters in the capital, Freetown, within 24 hours. And in sports, the Egypt under-17 female volleyball team defeated their Nigerian counterpart 3-1 in the final match to lift the trophy of the 2023 Girls Under-17 Africa Nations Volleyball Championship. The match was played indoors in the sport hall of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. The Egyptians showed their supremacy in the championship. Egypt won the first set 25-21, while the Nigerian girls fought to win the second set 25-20. And that's the Citizen FM News at noon. I'm Lawrence Moiti. Good afternoon.